And good afternoon, everybody. I'm Michael Brownlee.
And I'm Kim Tobin in for Carolyn Johnson. The video is just shocking. A Delta 777 spraying fuel from both of its wings while flying over Southern California. The plane had just taken off from LAX this afternoon, headed for China, when there was an emergency on board. The plane turned around, but while it was on its way back to the airport, it started to dump fuel to reduce weight.
Now, all of that fuel fell to the ground, landing on several schools, including one where students were outside, actually on the playground. School officials say about 40 children and adults were affected. NBC4's Patrick Healy joins us from Park Avenue Elementary in Cudahy with more. Patrick.
Michael and Kim, behind us, you can see the incident command remains on scene monitoring the air. When the wind shifts, you still get a whiff of jet fuel. Park Elementary, we now know from cell phone video from witness accounts, was almost directly underneath the jetliner, the Delta Flight 89, as it was returning to LAX after reporting engine problems. Coming off the engines, two clearly visible streams of what looks like smoke, but is actually jet fuel. Delta Flight 89 deliberately dumping prior to a safe emergency landing at LAX. As it was, there were dozens of children on Park Avenue School's playground during PE. The school called 911, describing the fuel bump and complaints of skin irritation. Everyone brought inside to shelter in place. Arriving paramedics examined a total of 31 persons here, mostly students, but also a few teachers. We spoke with parents and a number of children, including one 6th grader who said she felt sick.
Yeah, my head started hurting first, but then my eye itched, and I was like so scared. So I was kind of scared to tell my teacher. So I actually told her, and then they told me to go to the auditorium.
We didn't know if she was hurt or not. So we were waiting for her here. We didn't see her come out, and her friend let us know that she was in there. She was one of the ones that got affected, and she was feeling sick.
And I looked up, and yeah, I didn't know if it was smoke or what, you know. So it kind of looked like fuel a little bit to me.
Yes, and it was very strong. The odor, and it was into the we needed to come back to the class.
We have our health hazmat teams, not just here, but all throughout the area, and they are doing active monitoring, and they'll continue to do air monitoring throughout the extent of this incident into the evening, just to make sure everything's safe.
Now, by coincidence, Park Avenue Elementary was on an early schedule today. The final bell was less than an hour after this incident happened, so very quickly afterwards, parents began arriving to pick up their students. Now, we've learned that LA County Fire also responded to reports from 3 other schools in its area that they also got some of the dumped fuel, the mist that came down to the ground, including San Gabriel Elementary, Graham Elementary in the Walnut area, and Tweedy Elementary in Southgate. Another 12 students at those schools also reported being affected, having some kind of irritation of the skin or the eyes from the jet fuel. There were also 2 schools in the city of LA, Jordan High School and Watson 93rd Street Elementary. Again, nobody was actually transported to the hospital. The injuries were not that severe. All those who reported that they got fuel on them, they were decontaminated, but concerns do remain because, again, when the wind shifts, you can still smell that jet fuel. It's sprayed down on the playground, on the roofs of buildings. Neighbors are concerned. We're going to have more on that coming up in our next report. For now, reporting live from Park Elementary in Cudahy, Patrick Healy, NBC4 News. Back to you.